day, someone asked me about when someone dies and they're buried on a different day than the day that they died on, when do we observe the Yahrtzeit, and particularly, when do they observe the first Yahrtzeit? So the truth is, this is really three different shaylas. Shayla number one is just in general. How do we cover the Yahrtzeit? Is the Yahrtzeit determined by Yom HaMisah or is it determined by Yom HaKvurah? Second part of the question is, maybe the first year is different. Maybe the first year is different than all the rest of the years. That in the first year maybe it would be determined one way, and in the other years another way. And then the third part of the shayla is, even if the first year is not different, maybe if there's enough of a discrepancy between the Yom HaMisah and Yom HaKvurah, maybe if it's a larger than normal discrepancy, that would make the first year different than the other years. So let's start with the first things first. When is the Yahrtzeit? So the Trumas Dashan writes in Siman Reish Tzadi Gimel, where he discusses this very issue, whether the Yom HaMisah or the Yom HaKvurah determines the Yahrtzeit, and he says it's a machlokas among the Gedolim, that there are those that assume Yom HaMisah, there are those that assume Yom HaKvurah, and he says, I think it's Yom HaMisah. And he says, I'll bring you a raya. There's a Gemara in Shavuos on Daf Chaf Amud Aleph that tells us that if a person takes a Shavua, Shelo Yochal Basar, Ki Yom Shemeis Bo Aviv, that the Shavua is going to be Chal. That if a person takes a Shavua, that he's not going to eat Basar, like on the day that he has a Yahrtzeit, like on the day that his father died, then the Shavua is going to be Chal. It doesn't say Ki Yom Shenikbar Bo Aviv, it says Ki Yom Shemeis Bo Aviv. So apparently, says the Trumas Dashan, you see that it's based on Yom HaMisah and not Yom HaKvurah. On the other hand, he says maybe one would bring a raya from the Gemara in Sota Daf Yud Gimel Amud Aleph, where the Gemara talks about the Kevurah of Yaakov Avinu, that Esav didn't want to allow him to be buried in Maras HaMachpelah, and then Chushim ben Dun came and he knocked off Esav's head until Esav's head rolled around, and the Gemara over there says that that was a kiyum of the nevuah of Rivka, that she was going to be bereft of both of her sons on Yom Echad, on the same day. Now, their Misah was not on the same day. The Misah of Yaakov was earlier. Yaakov was schlepped all the way from Mitzrayim to the Maras HaMachpelah, and Esav just died on this day. But the Misah was not the same day. So, but the Kevurah was on the same day. So maybe the fact that the Kevurah is on the same day means that she feels this sense of mourning and pain and suffering over the loss, dafka on the Yom HaKvurah and not the Yom HaMisah, which would mean that the Yahrtzeit, which represents a sense of pain and suffering and loss, should really be on the Yom HaKvurah and not the Yom HaMisah. But then the Trumas Dashan says, I'm not convinced by that raya at all, because what the Gemara over there says is that the Gemara says that even though Yaakov Avinu had died previously in Mitzrayim, but still at least the Kevurah was on the same day, which means that the Gemara is acknowledging that really, had the Nevuah been fully Miskayim, it would have been that they both would have died the same day. It was a partial kiyum of the Nevuah, that there was a day of suffering and loss for Rivka on the same day when both sons were buried on the same day. So therefore, the Trumas Dashan says that in general, when determining a Yahrtzeit, we want to determine based on the Yom HaMisah and not based on the Yom HaKvurah. This may relate to why there is a minhag to fast on the Yahrtzeit. Rav Schachter often points out the minhag always was to fast on the Yahrtzeit. Hasidim came and changed it, and instead they made a party on the Yahrtzeit. And everyone says brachas and everything, but really the minhag was to fast on the Yahrtzeit. That's what's in Shulchan Aruch. So why is there a minhag to fast on the Yahrtzeit? Trumas Dashan is very clear what it's about. He says, "V'kol ma'ashem asan b'yom shemeis bo av v'imo einu ela lizikaron yom aninuso v'tzoraso k'mavur b'sugyan." That it's a day of suffering, it's a day of pain, it's a day of remembering that pain. So whatever day is the more painful day is that, and that's what the Trumas Dashan assumes. Whichever day Rivka would have identified as the more painful day would be the day to observe the Yahrtzeit. In Chuvas Mari Brin, which is quoted in the Bach in Yeridea in the end of Siman Tuf Beis, he writes, no, the minhag of fasting on the Yahrtzeit is as a way of a person to do tshuva, because on the day that they lost a parent, it's a day of bad mazel for them, and in order to better their mazel, they do tshuva and try to achieve a kapara for themselves on that day. The Shach quotes this reason in Siman Tuf Beis, Sif Katan Yud, in the name of the Levush. He quotes from the Ramah that if an Avel was not there b'shas Misah, he was only there b'shas Kevurah, that he should fast on the Yom Kevurah, not Yom HaMisah. And the Levush says that according to this reason, that the Yom Zikaron relates to tshuva and kapara, because that's the day of bad mazel. It shouldn't matter where you were or weren't. On the day of the Misah, that's the day of the bad mazel. That's the day the mazel turned. That's the day that something terrible happened. Mari Mintz in Chuvas in a Tshuva quotes the reason of the Mari Brin, but then he gives another reason, that yes, it's for kapara, but not for kapara of the child, and not for kapara of the living, but for the kapara of the mace. That was obviously a day that didn't work out so well for that mace. So dafka, and that's part of Hareni kaparas mishkavo, that the child is doing fasting to be a kapara for the mace. That would make sense that the Yom Hamisa as well would be the day of the Yahrtzeit. And that's what the Ramah paskins in Simtaf Beis, Sif Yud Beis, that one should fast on the Yom Hamisa, not on the Yom HaKvura. So that's when everything is normal. That the Yom Hamisa and the Yom HaKvura throughout the rest of all one's years, when they're going to be observing a Yahrtzeit, you choose the Yom HaMisa to observe the Yahrtzeit, not the Yom HaKvura. The question is the first year any different? So there's a tshuva in the Masas Binyamin in Siman Pei Dalid, where he says in the first year they should do it biyom hakvura and not biyom hamisa, and it's only after the first year that you shift to the yom hamisa. The Taz in Yeridea Siman Tav Beis Sivkat and Test disagrees, and he says no. When the Ramah says yom hamisa, it's always yom hamisa. It's yom hamisa the first year. It's yom hamisa every subsequent year. The Shach and Sivkat and Yud quotes the Masas Binyamin, and he says me'olam lo shamanu that anyone is mechalek between the first year and subsequent years. He says, except if it's 3 or 4 days apart from each other, then we'll distinguish. Then we'll say that the first year you should follow the Yom HaKvura, and the reason seems to be because the Avelos certainly goes by Yom HaKvura. So we're afraid if you're going to observe a Yahrtzeit and there's still 3 or 4 more days of Avelos, people are going to be mezalzel in the Avelos. You don't have to worry about that with a 1-day discrepancy, because Mixi Yom Kekulo on the Avelos anyway, so there aren't any more days of Avelos after the Yahrtzeit, even if you observe the Yahrtzeit from the Yom HaMisa and the Yom HaKvura was a day later. But when it's 3 or 4 days later, better that the first Yahrtzeit says the Shach be observed based on the Yom HaKvura, and the subsequent Yahrtzeits based on the Yom HaMisa. Like the Shach, the Derech HaChaim Paskins in Dinei Avelos, the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, in Reish Chav Aleph Sif Aleph, the Shut Shevet Sofer Yordei Sim Kov Zayin, the Mata Ephraim in Dinei Kadosh Yasom, Shar Gimel Sif Hey. However, many other poskim say like the Taz, the Chachmas Adam and Klal Kuf Ayin Aleph, the Shut Knesses Yecheskel Sim Mem Dalid, the Shut Rav Pa'olim Yordei Chelik Aleph Sim Nun Aleph, the Aruch HaShulchan and Sim Taf Beis Sif Tezayin, the Marsham and Chelik Gimel Sim Reish Hey Os Ches, many others. So you have this major machlokas among the poskim, whether to paskin like the Shach or the Taz. So how do we paskin? So we would want to look and see if the Mishnah Berurah says anything, see if Rav Moshe says anything, see if Rav Elyashiv says anything. They all do, and they all say different things. So what does the Mishnah Berurah say? Mishnah Berurah in Siman Tov Kuf Samach Ches Sivkat Mem Dalid writes, Yahrtzeit hu bi Yom HaMisa. That, like the Ramah says, Yahrtzeit is Yom HaMisa. V'lo mi ba Yom HaKvura l'machras Yom HaMisa. Doesn't Shmi Yud Beis Chodesh Halavedas Gam Kin Yom HaMisa Atzma. And not only if it was only a 1-day discrepancy between the Yom HaMisa and the Yom HaKvura that we observe the Yahrtzeit and the Yom HaMisa, Ela afilu hayu Yom HaKvura shnayim o shlosha yomim achar Yom HaMisa. Even if there's a 2 or 3-day discrepancy, Da'az nimshach ha'avelus Yud Beis Chodesh achar Yom HaKvura, where the avelus is going to continue after the for 12 months after the Kevurah, mikal makom Yahrtzeit liyom Yom HaMisa kavinan. We still are kovei the Yahrtzeit on Yom HaMisa, and Eina Chinami the avelus of Yud Beis Chodesh will continue after you observe the Yahrtzeit. V'yeshom debezesh Yom HaKvura nimshach ez Yom achar Yom HaMisa kavinan ha'Yahrtzeit b'shon rishon gam kin Yom HaKvura. He says, there's yesh omrim not that way. That the first year is going to be different, but he only quotes that as yesh omrim. The stam is what he says initially, that it should always be the Yom HaMisa, which is like the Taz said. The Bir Halacha in Siman Kuf Lamed Beis, when he has the whole arichus about who has precedence for Kaddish, so he writes, V'Yahrtzeit monin miyom HaMisa, you count Yahrtzeit from Yom HaMisa, and even B'Shana Rishona, and he's not mechalik between the 2-day difference, 3-day difference, 4-day difference, he just says it's always the Yom HaMisa. So the Mishnah Berurah seems pretty clear that it's always the Yom HaMisa. Rav Moshe, Yeridea Chelik Gimel, Siman Kuf Samach Os Beis, quotes the Masas Binyamin, he quotes the Taz, and he writes, Aval Shach Pasak Dimakvura Isalamacher Shalekach Shash Kilkul Ba'avelus Yinogaf B'Shon Rishon B'Yom HaMisa. When it's a 1-day discrepancy, he quotes the Shach, that you do the Yom HaMisa. V'im hu liyom Gimel u'liyoser tzarich l'nayig Yahrtzeit B'Shon Rishon B'Yom HaKvura v'achar kach b'chol Shon Miyino Kedina B'Yom HaMisa. Rav Moshe says like the Shach, that if it's a 3-day discrepancy, so then the first year you do the Yom HaKvura, and subsequent years you do the Yom HaMisa. Rav Elyashiv is quoted in Siyunei Halacha, page Tavkuf Samach Zayin, She'ela, HaKevurah is achra bekama yamim. Kevurah was very delayed. Masayu Yom Yahrtzeit. Chuvas Rabbeinu. Rav Elyashiv responded, B'kol hashanim chutz mishana rishonim Yahrtzeit b'Yom HaMisa. Every other year besides for the first year is Yom HaMisa. Av b'Yahrtzeit rishonu b'Yom HaKevurah. K'dei shelo yitu shekvar paska avelos yud beis chodesh. But on the first year it's going to be the Yom HaKevurah, so that people not make a mistake about the when the avelos yud beis chodesh concludes. K'mo b'derech klal she'avelos mesayim b'Yom Yahrtzeit. Because generally avelos ends on the Yahrtzeit. For cheshbon avelos u'mei Kevurah, and avelos certainly goes based on Kevurah. V'imay hefresh ben Yom Misah l'Kevurah rak Yom Echad kam Yahrtzeit rishon u'b'Yom HaMisa. If it's a one-day discrepancy, then you stick with Yom HaMisa because kiyo lo yavo lidei michshal. That's not going to be a michshal in the avelos because the Yom Yahrtzeit belavach avelos. It's the last, and it's the last day of the Yud Beis Chodesh. So Rav Elyashiv seems to say 2-day discrepancy or more, then you follow the Yom HaKevurah on the first year and not the Yom HaMisa. I did not have a chance to ask Rabbi Willig or Rabbi Shach to see what they hold. If anyone knows, what Rabbi Shach or Rabbi Willig hold about this? No? Okay, so we got to ask them. But again, to make a long story short, the Taz says that it's always Yom HaMisa, like the Rama says. The Shach says that it depends. If it's a one-day discrepancy, that it's Yom HaMisa. If it's more than a one-day discrepancy, then it's a Yom HaKevurah. And while the Mishabura paskins like the Taz, Rav Moshe and Rav Elyashiv paskin like the Shach. Okay, everyone have a wonderful day.